The experience being a new superintendent was learning from the past and trying to do what was needed in order for our district to move forward. And so we adopted, with the help of our collaborates, all our stakeholders involved, particularly our teachers, our parents, and our students, we created a process which involved a collaborative approach. And we used the platform of ThoughtExchange in order to help us facilitate that growth. The platform is an easy platform to use, and the time-consuming meetings that it would require to meet with the thousands of stakeholders that we have in our district. We have 15 pre-K to 8 schools. We have over 9,000 students and over 1,700 full and part-time staff. That doesn't include all of the parents and community members that we needed to involve in this process. And so in order to do that, we needed a platform or something in order to be able to become a little bit more efficient and effective to ultimately do what we want to do, is to become more responsive to our students' needs. And so ThoughtExchange was that platform that we used. And in the past, our district was considered more of a top-down school district in which the district made decisions, which, yes, of course, were impactful for student outcomes. However, it was a one-way direction. And we realized quickly that we needed to involve everyone. And so by doing so and using this platform, we were able to create what we are looking for as district leaders, which is buy-in. Because once you create buy-in and people believe in what, I'll say what you're selling, then you're more likely to reach your outcomes. And so by doing several thought exchanges with the community, with our staff, we were able to develop some themes within the ThoughtExchange platform, which allowed us to come up with our 4 main goals, which were voted on, again, by the community and the teachers, Board of Education as well. And those main themes were foundational skills, assessments, communication, and student and staff well-being. And so once that process started, we used the ThoughtExchange to go and do community forums. And so we went in person and we used the ThoughtExchange narrative and themes in order to kind of explain to folks how we got to where we got, what input was given. And then we also did student focus groups. And so we went to each of our schools and we met with students. As you can imagine, lunch was a big deal. Extra play time for the little guys was a big deal. Uniforms was a big deal for the kids, right? Not that it's not important, but the approach we needed to take with them was to communicate a little bit better. We realized what we needed to do and maybe not be as strict on some of the other things we did. What it's created is a sense that we belong together and that we collectively are moving forward in order to improve our student outcomes. A lot of things played in a factor. It was a perfect storm. Sadly, we were in COVID like everyone else, but it was a perfect storm of that we needed a different approach. What we have done for years wasn't working. People were stressed out, COVID, there was a lot of uncertainty. And so what we did is that we listened and we used the platform of ThoughtExchange in order to create a voice for everyone. And so as a result, there's a lot more buy-in, there's a lot more trust, which is ultimately what we're looking for with, again, and I'm sorry to say this again, but moving forward together to impact student outcomes, because that's the ultimate goal. With all that said, we know that the strategic plan should not be set in stone. And so we've developed very basic one goal for each of our 4 goals, one sub goal, and we've said that we are going to address it. So we are working on those and we send in progress monitoring through ThoughtExchange. We ask how things are going, things like this. And then the last thing that we will do is we will continue to address goals as needed, and we will add to these goals. We want to start small and ensure that what we are doing is successful and it's impacting the ultimate goal, which is the kids.